Hello and welcome to episode 19 of The Artificial Mind. I'm your host, Jonathan. With me today, as always, my co-host, Jeremie. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. How are you, John?
I'm great, man. I'm great. It's actually cool to kind of turn over and actually kind of look at you, you know?
Hey, hey,
Hey.
a little pat on the neck now.
Good old pound, right? I mean, we're not there yet, but we'll get there. But yeah, so we got the new studio here. We're looking pretty good. We're feeling pretty good, and we have a couple things to talk about today. So is my audio still good? You can hear me
Audio
real
still
man?
good.
Yeah, we're still testing things out, ladies and gentlemen. So don't mind us. We're still trying to like get everything going. So today, before we start, today we're talking about AGI. But I want to show you something that I found it's making the rounds. It's called Nothing Forever. Okay? Nothing Forever is a show about nothing and that happens forever. And it is kind of like popular sitcoms of the past, except that it never stops. Nothing Forever is always on. It runs 365 days of the year and delivers new content every minute. Everything you see, hear, experience, with the exception of the artwork and laugh track, is always brand new content generated via machine learning and AI algorithms. Okay? Disclaimer, much of the generative content is provided through OpenAI's GP3 and does not reflect views held by the creators of Nothing Forever. So that's what's going on. So I have over here, let me make sure. Okay. I'm going to pull up this video right now. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
So this is supposed to be I got the little Twitch ad here. Come on. Go away. Actually, that's the easy fix.
Huh.
Bam. So there we go. So this footage is the footage of the Seinfeld show called Nothing Forever, a show about nothing generated by AI. I want to talk to you guys about this because one, I'm a huge Seinfeld fan, like absolute like major Seinfeld fan, right? And I can't fathom how exciting it is to use AI to make a sitcom and for it to just completely generate new content on a constant basis, 24 hours a day. You know? What do you think?
It reminds me of something I can't think of. There was a Philip K. Dick game that I tried out back in the day that reminds me of that. But that's weird.
Pretty cool though, man. Especially like for someone like me who's like a fan of sitcoms. So I found the article through comicbook.com, which was probably one of the weirdest places to find content like this. I'm trying to get the article right now just for reference. Wow, there's been so much news in the last couple like 4 or 5 hours. It's insane. So the tech has been booming in recent months as internet denizens flock to programs for art, text prompts, and more created entirely by machine learning program. But two Seinfeld fans have combined several of these tools together to create Nothing Forever, a parody of the hit sitcom that is created entirely by AI and never stops broadcasting on Twitch.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's 4 characters that look like 3D renders of Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer, all conversing in Jerry's apartment like in the show, but largely speaking in bizarre, like, dialogue. It's very interesting watching it. But it uses, the show generates its dialogue using OpenAI's GPT-3 language model and combining with machine learning generative algorithms, and cloud services. So the creator also confirmed that dialogue, speech direction, camera cuts, character focus, shot length, scene length, character movement, and music are all decided by the AI's creator. The AI's AS that the creators put in theory. Nothing Forever. In theory, Nothing Forever being a nonstop version of sci-fi could potentially pave way for nonstop versions of your favorite shows in the future. What do you think?
Okay. We were talking about this a while back when Indiana Jones, right? Kind of the similar thing. Yep. Where they deep faked him, probably in his late 20s, early 30s, probably around Temple of Doom time.
Yeah.
They superimposed his picture over the last couple of Indiana Jones movies they've done. So they're messing with stuff right now. Like, I think of the contracts that people have to sign nowadays, like in perpetuity within the galaxy or the universe. Like, that applies to what they're doing right now with this kind of stuff. Like, after Harrison Ford dies, they're going to keep him going, possibly, They won't hire a new person to be him. They'll just keep him. He'll, within a contract, That's
the magic
weird
was,
stuff.
like in The Mandalorian when Luke Skywalker came out. Spoiler alert.
I love that.
But it just shows that it could still, the technology is there. It could still be used, right? So
That's such a fine line
the name of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can do a good thing with it like that. I would consider that was a good thing they did. Not maybe necessarily the quality, because it didn't exactly look like him. But just bringing that character back and doing what we've been, like, my generation's been wanting to do for a very long time, and to see that happen, that was awesome.
Very interesting, yeah.
But I don't see that working for just anything and everything. Could backfire.
Yeah. So today, consider this episode absent implications too, I guess. Mm-hmm. But we're talking about AGI, okay? Today we're excited to dive into the world of artificial general intelligence, or AGI for short. But the AGI is the development of systems that can perform tasks that would typically require human intelligence. It's a topic that we're both passionate about. It's very interesting. We kind of dove on it with absent implications. We're thrilled to share our knowledge and insights with you today. But without further ado, let's get started on the journey into the fascinating world of AGI. We'll be exploring where AGI is, how it works, and some of the most exciting applications of this technology. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn about AGI.
Are you ready, people? Because you're going to be.
Yeah. So what are your first thoughts about AGI, Stro?
Well, I don't have too much of a negative opinion of it right now. Like, we've been using MJ for a while, and that's considered an AI, not an AGI, because it's specified towards one task per se. But this stuff's changing. I mean, from our last episode of the first applications and implications, stuff's changed in just a couple weeks, or evolved, like the storyline with it. Just it's crazy.
Yes. Very interesting stuff. So I got some examples for you. Talked about before. The first one would be, excuse me, let me take a sip.
It's not a lot of coffee. I chugged mine before we got on.
Oh man. So this whole thing refers to the development of systems that can perform tasks that would typically, again, require human intelligence. We have virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa, and they're examples of AGI in action, as they are designed to respond to natural language, commands, and questions, making them more user-friendly and intuitive to use. In order to achieve the AGI, virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa use various advanced AI technologies, including natural language processing and machine learning. Natural language processing, or NLP, allows these systems to understand and interpret human speech, enabling them to respond to spoken commands and questions. You're catching my drift?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Machine learning, on the other hand, allows virtual assistants to continuously improve their performance by learning from their actions they have with users. One of the key benefits of AGI is that it has the potential to make our lives a little easier and more convenient. For example, by using Siri or Alexa, we can perform tasks like playing music, set reminders, get information about the weather, news, traffic, or you could just, speak to it.
I didn't even factor in the Siri and Alexa thing because I was reading definition of AGI a couple days ago, and like I mentioned a bunch of things, and it had music on there. I'm like, well, what's it doing with music that would be considered, like an artificial intelligence? But yeah, just being able to queue up your music and stuff, I guess, is considered an AI.
Yeah.
And it's getting more and more tailored to your own tastes. So yeah, I guess totally.
Yeah, absolutely. In conclusion, virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa are they're just one example of potentials of AGI to revolutionize the way we interact with technology. As AGI continues to develop and advance, it is likely that we will see more and more applications of this technology in various areas of our lives. It's happening every day. The
Clicker.
It advances, it doesn't stop, and it keeps on going. It's very, to me, it's beautiful.
Why do you think
it's beautiful how it grows? Why do I think it's beautiful?
Yeah,
because it learns, and if it, this is all natural for us, right? Like we're natural, and for technology and for AI to come to a point of being near natural, I think it's beautiful.
Mutual.
It's because we create life by making love with our spouses, and we create life in that way. But why can't we technologically make life in a different way? They've made diseases that battle other diseases, viruses to battle other, to combat,
nanotech.
To fight. Yeah, nanotech. So why not?
Yeah.
Right?
You get it.
Why not?
You get a lot of scare tactics with just any subject nowadays. So like, your top scientists nowadays don't like the idea of robots and AI because, and I see where they're going with it. I can understand it. But your low-level person that's using it on a daily basis ain't going to try and take over the world with it or pervert the software in it. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to try and do that. That's people with spare time on their hands, the too much spare time on their hands kind of scenario.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's cool. Using things like Siri and Alexa we use things like this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. Google Assistant, Cortana. We've talked about it before. Have we not?
Yep.
These are just wonderful examples. Another form of AGI that I have here. I have my notes. I have a lot of notes here, so excuse me. Autonomous cars. They're also known as self-driving cars. They are vehicles that use artificial intelligence to navigate and make decisions on their own. This technology has the potential to revolutionize the way we travel, making driving safer, more efficient, and more accessible for everyone. At the heart of the autonomous cars is a complex system of sensors, cameras, and software that work together to enable the car to understand its environment. These sensors include things like LiDAR, radar, cameras, which provide the car with 360-degree view of the world around it. Think like a drone. There's something. Yeah, do you know what LiDAR is?
Oh yeah, that's basically what they're using. It's ground penetrating radar, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, so it's light detection and light detection and ranging. It's a remote sensing method used to examine the surface of the Earth.
Yeah, they've been using that a lot for just geological study or archaeological study. They just found a freaking tomb this week or last week.
Did they really?
In Egypt? Yeah. Oh yeah. It's been on the news. Well, some news. But yeah, it was recent, like enough to be like on, I think, CNN and stuff like that. Check it out. They found a lot of pottery, like statuettes, like, I don't know, about this big.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Action
check it
figure
out.
size. Yeah, look, check that stuff out.
Continuing on, the software that runs on these autonomous cars uses the information to make decisions about how the car should behave. This includes things like detecting obstacles, identifying traffic signals and signs, and determining the best path to take based on the car's current location and destination. One of the key benefits of autonomous cars, excuse me, is that they have the potential to make driving safer. I know that there's a lot of conflicting reports about this, especially with a lot of people. A lot of people do fall asleep in these cars.
Yep.
You know, it's
That's where they're
it's
going with
big.
it. Though, I mean, it's going to end up happening. I mean, you're not having to drive and you're in a car. It's like being a kid again. You're going to fall asleep in the back seat. I know I would.
Yep, absolutely.
It's just, that's what they're gearing for.
You know, but for some examples are for people with disabilities,
Yeah.
or the elderly who may have difficulty driving, who could have access to transportation that is safe, reliable, and convenient.
Yeah.
You know, in conclusion, autonomous cars are a fascinating example of the power of AI and its potential to revolutionize how we travel. As this technology continues to develop and advance, it's likely that we will see more and more self-driving cars on the road, bringing us one step closer to a safer, more efficient, and more accessible future of transportation. Do you see yourself getting a autonomous car?
When you're affordable, absolutely. You know, after sixth generation, they're down enough into used car lot place or something. Sure,
Yeah.
that's what'll end up happening for a lot of people. They'll just end up getting a used one, and yeah, that's how it'll happen.
Yep. So what we got here? So the next thing I have here is the DeepMind AlphaGo.
Okay.
This is an art.
Yep.
Yep. Are you familiar with this?
That was another thing I read about it, like AGI being used for the other day was AlphaGo.
But I have here, AlphaGo is an artificial intelligence system developed by DeepMind, a leading AI research organization that made headlines in 2016 when it defeated the world champion at the board game Go.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what it is. Go is a complex and ancient board game that originated in China over 2,500 years ago, and it is considered one of the most challenging board games in the world, requiring a combination of strategy, intuition, and pattern recognition. The challenge for DeepMind was to develop an AI system that could understand the complexities of the game and make decisions that were as good, if not better, than a human player. But to do this, the DeepMind used a combination of deep learning and reinforcement learning algorithms, allowing AlphaGo to learn from its experience and improve over time. In March 2016, ready?
Okay.
AlphaGo faced off against Lee Sedol, a world-class Go player and a multiple-time world champion in a 5-game match. To everyone's surprise, AlphaGo won 4 out of the 5 games, becoming the first AI system to defeat a human world champion at a game. But this achievement marked a turning point in the development of AI, demonstrating the potential of the technology to solve some of the most complex challenges in the world. Moreover, AlphaGo's victory also showed that AI has the potential to make significant advances in fields beyond just games, such as healthcare, finance, and transportation. It's a remarkable example of the power of AI and its potential to change different areas of our lives, and maybe in entertainment, maybe even with washing dishes. You know, if something like that could do something like that, what kind of decisions could it make for you? Can we turn it into a hand? As it continues to improve, we expect to see more exciting advances in the future with this technology.
It's going to be basically embedded in everything to an extent.
Yeah.
To an extent. it already has. I mean, you got your Roombas and stuff that's got uh, a form of GPS, I guess, because it's got to remember your measurements in your kitchen and wherever else you have it done and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kids' toys, I imagine down the road are going to have it, and it just drones. Yeah.
Yeah, I got two more for you. Next is Watson. Watson is actually one of the more familiar AI systems.
That's good.
It's a platform developed by IBM.
IBM, okay.
Yep. It was developed by IBM, and it was designed to understand and process large amounts of unstructured data, including text and images. This makes it a powerful tool for a wide range of applications, for customer service to healthcare and finance. There is a key feature. It has the ability to understand natural language, which means it can interpret questions and provide answers in a way that is easy for people to understand. This makes it an ideal solution for industries where there is a large amount of data to process, such as healthcare, finance. It can also help speed up decision-making and improve accuracy. It's flexible in design, which means it can be used in a variety of different ways depending on who's using it, right? On the needs of the user. It can be used to analyze customer feedback, help with financial planning, or even assist with medical diagnosis.
Wow.
Yep. The most exciting thing for me personally is that it has the ability to learn from its experience and improve over time, just like, regular, as AI as we know it. But this is the AI that most people are afraid of right here, the Watson. It can continue to evolve and become more effective as it processes more data in the meantime, but it's making it an ideal solution for industries that are constantly changing and adapting, especially for industries like automotive, which are turning more into robotics and AI to, build more. So
be more streamlined in their shipping and whatnot.
Yeah, it's very interesting, all this.
It's the beginning of it, so pay attention.
Yeah, man. So far from everything that we've been talking about, is any of this scaring you? Or do you feel like you're ready to embrace it?
I'm staying in the middle on it because I myself have a positive outlook on it, but I'll watch a lot of stuff on the opposite, the negative side of it. So I'll say I'm right in the middle, and that's probably where a lot of people need to hear it now, because it's moving fast, but it's still in an infantile state, if that makes sense. Like, for it's still infant compared to what it's gonna be. So, yeah, I have some things that like the negative consequences of this that it kind of brought up the other day on GPT. And a lot of these make sense for the negative stuff. Job displacement, and I can already see that there. Me and you were talking about, Jordan Peterson was already kind of talking about this with how
absolutely. Yep, yes, he was
writing essays. That's gonna be a hard thing to dictate if it was a machine or a person that wrote it. Economic disruption.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yep. Privacy concerns. That's just ever since the internet's been out, that's one big problem, is privacy concerns. AGI systems may have access to large amounts of personal data, which could be used for nefarious purposes or leaked to third parties, which more than likely it's the second part, leaked to third parties, because that's what the main thing is nowadays, is information's leaked to third parties, and that's where you get the lovely phone calls. Security risks, I won't have to explain that. Pretty much everybody knows what security risks it could do, just hacking your stuff.
Don't give people your password.
Yeah. Don't have password for your password. Social upheaval. The widespread adoption of AGI systems could lead to major changes in social dynamics, potentially leading to tension and conflict. We already got quite a bit of conflict going on right now in the world and just in everybody's social lives. So, you know, you want to throw another layer of icing on top of a turd cake. I just came off the top of my head on that. The last negative thing that it came up with was ethical concerns, which that's always another thing that we humans have to consider. The development and use of AGI raises important ethical questions, such as how to ensure that these systems are aligned with human values and act in the best interests of humanity. So, yeah, that again is ChatGPT.
And these are all scary things to think about too, because these are all. I mean, and even when I think about like medical, like what if there's a misdiagnosis?
Yeah, what if two people had the same names, except just a different initial in the middle, and oops,
Or different words spelled a different way,
Social security number mix up,
Yep.
typo.
Yep. So what I have for you here, I have one more example of AGI. This may be probably one of the more interesting ones, right?
Mhm.
Neural machine translation. It's a power system that is capable of translating text. Okay,
Mhm.
it's capable of translating. It's capable of translating text from one language to another without losing the meaning of the original text. Now, you understand what's happening, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
So I can tell you right now, if you've used like a Google Translator, or if you use the Apple Translator, you get the translation of the word for word, but you don't get because in certain many different cultures when they speak with like emotion, and some of those words there may be
Or
four
different
or five
dialects.
words. There may be a whole sentence
Mhm.
that goes into one word
Yeah.
in other cultures,
Yep.
and this is interesting. This is something that we need, especially to break language barriers. And I think breaking language barriers are a big thing because not everyone knows French, not everyone knows German, not everyone knows Middle Eastern language, or not everyone knows English.
Mhm.
That's just the law of the land, isn't it? Um, to continue on, it has the potential to change the way we communicate with people from different countries and cultures, and making it easier for us to understand each other and connect on a global scale.
And not be lost in translation. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. One of the key features of neural machine translation is its ability to understand the context and meaning of the text, which is essential for producing accurate translations. Unlike traditional machine translation systems, which rely on predefined rules and dictionaries, the the NMT uses deep learning algorithms to understand the relationships between words and phrases, allowing it to produce translations that are both accurate and natural sounding.
Hmm.
Neural machine translation is also designed to be flexible, which means it can be used for a variety of different ways depending on the needs of the user. For example, it can be used to translate websites, emails, other forms of written communication, making it ideal for businesses that need to communicate with customers and partners, employees from different countries. And another exciting aspect of it is the ability to improve over time as it processes more data. So this means it can continue to evolve and become more effective, providing users with a more accurate translations in the future. Um, can we do this with Star Wars language, with languages that are created for media? Yeah, So I think this would be pretty cool. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful technology that we have.
Hmm.
Very wonderful technology, man. These are different examples of AGI. They're all very special. They're all very cool. Um, I'm I'm not I'm ready to see what's next.
Yeah, because everything that's out right now, it's pretty publicized. So I'm wondering where they're gonna maybe try to utilize all of it, like centralize it into a product or something. I don't. Yeah, a product. Then
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
A robot teacher.
That could work too. I mean, that's another thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
the AI lost in the. So the AI that was supposed to go to court, they pulled it out.
Really?
You know, they pulled it out, and they didn't feel like the AI could do something with law. I have to look more into it. It's a huge story right now.
Huh. There's a lot. Oh, that's another thing we need to, not to drift off, but it goes with this thing. But that Cronenberg page that I sent you, like with the kids using, I don't know if it was Midjourney, but they basically tried to make a Cronenberg movie that doesn't exist, and it just went off the deep end on that.
Yeah. Let me see. I actually have the article here. Yeah. So it's gotten very gory.
Yeah.
We're not going to show it here. And to break it down,
It was this basically, it was being seen that this is like a negative aspect of it, kind of. Is that what the article was basically saying?
so it says like they don't know whether to be impressed or pissed off about the work that's being made, and I think that is absolutely hilarious. I'm sorry. Some of this work, I don't know where some of this work is being made from. It's got to be Stable Diffusion because I can't see this stuff that I can't see this stuff being on Midjourney. It's too gory. It's too disgusting.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, not blacklist, but banned words on MJ. So yeah, they're doing it on that one and bringing it over to MJ just to share, because you could still do it that way. You just can't generate it. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. So do you have any final thoughts about what we went through with AGI today?
Just that it's continuously changing. I mean, well, within the next week, we'll hear something else about it. A lot of the thing, I guess, that people should pay attention to with it is just the things that are going to affect them the most is their job. Just, keep up with what it's accomplishing and see if it runs a line with your employment, because that's what a lot of what people's concerns would be over it. And it makes sense. It's just like robots too. Like eventually factory work gets replaced by robots. So we'll need humans for certain things, but as opposed to 200 people in the factory, you'll have 5. You'll still have humans working, but just nowhere near the capacity it used to be.
It's definitely going to change the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely going to change. This definitely going to be world changing. But guys, that's a wrap for this week's episode of The Artificial Mind. We hope you enjoyed learning about the latest advancements in AGI and how it's shaping our world today. Just stay tuned. We will make an announcement what's going to be our next episode. I think we are showing off pieces for the next episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay.
We spent so much time on this one. I don't even know where to go after this, because I really like this stuff.
This was very interesting to talk about. And you know what? I'm going to figure out what we can do to talk. I'm going to try to talk to the developers of Nothing Forever, see if we can get them on the show. I think that'd be really cool to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
That is, it's incredible to me. But guys, be sure to tune in next week to hear more about artificial intelligence, art, Midjourney, art-generated images, and our thoughts on it. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback and support helps us keep bringing you the best content on AI, everything we do, and related topics. With that, we'll see you next time.
Have a good one, y'all.